back to another episode of Sunken Island Adventure. So I'm looking at the room dividers in this center area, and I'm thinking I'm going to divide the rooms accordingly to what is on the diagram. And then I'm going to make it crew areas, I guess. If you leave it unlabeled, I will provide the human rights that I know people were not getting when the ship plans that I used, or am using as my interior, were initially designed. Woe, workers' rights be upon ye. So a vital part of doing this right is gonna be marking out the rooms before I get ahead of myself building. There's a divide about halfway down, but I don't care if it's uneven. I am then left to figure out where on earth the doors are, because there's no doors in this diagram that I have. Except for one definitely here, which is pretty funny. There's also a door here, and subsequently a door here. So I guess I'll keep pattern and put a door here. Oh, I also didn't finish this. Might be helpful. Okay. We're just gonna cut off a nice section of this here. There we go. Inside here is supposed to be another set of hallways around rooms, slash a room where the steam pipe comes up from the middle. And I do believe that I can mark out where that particular pipe goes. But I'm going to do it in cobblestone, not in room material. Otherwise, I will forget. And then this will also connect to... I suppose there will be fans that push the steam up from the boilers if my diagram is to be believed. There is, however, only one steam pipe on this diagram, so I might put more on the other side. Given that I'm going to have another boiler room, it'll probably end up halfway in the water, so that'll be cool. Anyways, let me get this ready to go. This is going to be a no-go zone where there's nothing, because it would be dangerous. These are supposed to be separate, but I do believe that I'm not going to do that. And then we'll have a door there, and a door there, and I will use these spaces to avoid violating OSHA guidelines. Ah, I've fallen. Ooh, having done the ceiling prior to having done the walls is going to be a great boon to me here. I do also need to make sure I do not forget where my doors are. That door should absolutely be on an angle, but that is not happening in my house, or in my ship, so I will live with it. And then I will go make sure this room is not unreasonably dark, and now I will finish the rest of the walls and then bring everybody back. Alrighty. All of the walls are in. We have a small room with a closet here. I believe this is supposed to be some lavatories. We have a small room here and a small room here. I'll probably make these staff quarters or maintenance. We have a slightly larger room here. I'm going to modify where the torches are placed. And then we have the last room here. Except it's not the last room because I forgot to, there we go. Now that should be the last room. Oh no, there's a small room with a small closet. After this is where the steam vent is gonna come up through. So I'm now going to get some stairs, and we're going to create together a stairway to the, I think that'll be the third deck. I've decided I'm going to like fully finish and furnish this side of the shipwreck before I begin the other side, because I know if I leave myself the slightest chance of not doing that, I'm not going to do it at all. And that would not be conducive to the given goal of build a giant ship. I'm not going to do halvesies here. This is gonna be the most scuffed staircase on the planet. I already hate this. Alright, I can't do that yet. I have to do it the stupid way. I did do that the cool way, so I'll have to suffer. And do it the cool way again. Of course, we're going with a double staircase up, because I don't do halvesies on my builds. I do, however, realize that this is not ADA compliant, and also there's no fire escape, which means it's not fire safety compliant. I'm going to ignore both of these with the defense of the ship is old. Why would it be compliant to an American Act in the, or from the 1990s, when it's a steamship and would clearly have been built no later than like the the 1940s or 50s is gonna be when diesel engines became prioritized over steam. Anyways, I have to go grab some cobblestone, and then we'll lay out a lot of the rooms, or I might lay out all of the rooms and then walk. Oh, I know, I need cobblestone for that. And then walk everyone through it while I replace them with the materials they're meant to be made of. We'll see how I feel. Alrighty, so here we have a small ballast tank maintenance room / baggage hold. We have 2 ballast tanks, which I do intend to fill with water. Then we have this was supposed to be the motor car hatch, but we're not doing one of those. Where are my stairs? So instead, it's just going to be a couple of rooms. Probably some more staff rooms and maintenance stuff. Maybe a bathroom if I'm feeling spicy. This here is going to be a lounge with 2 more bathrooms. Then we have the passport office. I ran out of cobblestone, so this here is going to be some private rooms and then a small kitchen buffet. This is more private rooms, the rest of the kitchen, and then the smokestack. And the rest of this area is literally going to be just dining tables, booths. So let's get started with the fun stuff. This is going to be where some private cabins start on the other side of the ship. And I hope I'll remember that when it's time to do it. So, you know, this is probably just going to be better if I show you and then go, yeah, okay, time to do the next scaffold for the next floor. You're going to forgive the rain because I've moved the mic closer so I can just up my own voice. I've realized that the diagram I have is a 3-deck ship, and this ship is going to be a 4-deck ship. Don't know how I missed that one. Whoops. My bad. It does mean that I get to just stick an extra room back here, because what I thought was the marks of a room, I can make this too. What I thought was the marks of a room was in fact ropes for a sail. Happens to the best of us. Anyways, I'm gonna get the second floor measured, and then I'm gonna go ahead and build the next deck floor. think I've measured this out perfect. Of course, I'm not going to do that tonight because I'm 1 week out from a major abdominal surgery. I lived to tell the tale, but it's major surgery, you know. So I've been told I need to take it a lot easier than I have been. And unfortunately I'm gonna have to listen this time, because when I tried to go, nah, I'm fine, I had some major bleeding. So when it's done raining and I've had a good night's sleep, we will be back to measure out some walls and build the top deck. How did you get stuck in there? Dude. Well, that's another floor done. So, to end off the episode, we're gonna do a quick darkness sweep of the bottom layer here. I still haven't finished the ballast tanks because I keep forgetting to bring up cobblestone. I did kind of a preliminary darkness sweep while building this at night, but nothing is going to be quite as effective as going through it with the lid on, so that is what we'll do. Because see, I missed that, and that is not good. Anywhere we're potentially risking a light level of below 7, I am adding light. And also removing past scaffoldings, etc. Because otherwise this floor is done and I just do the top deck, and then the upper decks, and the whole thing is done. Well, and then I do the whole other side. I forget that this build is done in 2 halves, and I'm starting to regret ever doing that. Anyways, that will be about it for today, so thank you all for watching. If you're part of the morning crew, I hope you have a great day. If you're part of the evening crew, I hope your day has been great. And if you're part of the afternoon crew, well, I hope your day is going alright. I've been Ruby Robotic, and I will catch y'all in the next episode.